This conference will now be recorded.
So today we will discuss about some of the subsite types. So yesterday we have seen the some of the types like we have created blog site, community, and project site, and document center also. So today we'll discuss some more things on document center, and we'll move to other topics. Okay. Okay. Document Center basically it provides like routing of the documents to based on the rules, content organization rules. The content will be moved to different libraries. Okay. So usually, if we go to the top levels or within site collection features, we can find the feature called content organizer. Okay. This is the feature we need to activate for to move the documents from one library to other library. Okay. So once we activate, then we get a library called drop-off library. So in this, whatever documents if you place, that will be moved to based on the rules. It will be moved to the different libraries. So I will show you that where we have to set the rules. There is a section called site administration. In that, once we activate, you will get these two links: content organizer settings and content organizer rules. So this is content organizer settings. So this is it is giving like sending to another site. You can also send it to other site. Like if you enable that, you can also send it to other site, or we can create a subfolders after a target location has too many times. So this is also there. So here some of the rules are there, like send the mails, email rule management submission do not match a rule. So if it is not matching, send a mail to the whoever is uploading that document. It will send to that. And this one is the important content organizer rules. So here we create a rule. Like suppose um, you click on new item, it will ask the rule name. Like suppose I have different rules, means I will give the name and rule status and priority. So the status is active and priority will be, we can give like highest or lowest or anything kind of thing. Then the moving of the document based on the content types. Suppose if I select any content type here, custom content type, and my content type, it will be populated here, the condition. Like suppose if my content type title is equal to some value, then send it to the particular location, means destination library. Okay. So this is the thing, like once we select this document library, here if we click on target library, then suppose I want to move to documents, click on that and provide the value here, like suppose title equals to some value, then click on OK, the rule will be generated. Okay. So so that we can create a rules. Okay. mm, what else I can discuss? Yeah, so in content organizer settings, so this is the web service is there, like you can see here, submission points. Okay, so if we see that web service, just copy this. So here some methods are there for web service. In this submit file is there. This is the actual method. It will push the documents to based on the rules, content organizer rules. Okay. So let's go to create one rule, how it will work. So if we want to create a rules, then basically we need to set it in uh, central admin. That particular connection we need to update in the central admin. Then we have to set it in a site collection level or site level. So where we can set it is in the site administration, central admin. So let's go to my central admin site. I think I need to open in different tab. Let to open in this. Okay, this is already open. Okay, this is 2013. So I'm showing here where we need to set it. So if you go to central admin, general application setting, then we can find external service connections. Okay, so here configure send connections will be there. So this is the important place where we can set some connections here to work the content organization rules. Initially we'll select the web application, whichever web application we'll select. So here we can give some names, like some connection name we can. Currently it is, there is no, and I created this resume connection. Okay, suppose this is the name I have given and the URL of the web service, because this web service, whichever we have seen just now, that web services we have pasted here. The site it is giving the whatever web services we have placed, and what is the action you are doing, like whether you are copying or moving and leave link. So these three actions are there for that web service. Copying means it will copy the document to other library. Moving means it will move to the other document library, or move and link, leave the link. Just it will give the link also. Yeah. So ahead, you can give a name and URL and what is the action, and click on create connection. It will be created here. So this is the connection I have created. Like you can give any connections also here. Then after that, you have to come to your site. This is my site, and this is the document center site. I'm showing in a 2013 document center. Okay, so here uh, we will go to site settings, and this is content organizer rule. So here I have created some rules here, like suppose this rule is you can see this. Hmm. So just I am giving the rule name and active, and the priority is highest. And I have created one content type, that is resume content type I have created. And the skill is one column is there I have created in my content type. And suppose my skill is equal to SharePoint, then whatever I upload the document, it will go to the particular destination. Okay, the destination is SP resumes. Okay, so suppose my resume is part of SharePoint, then the document will be moved to SharePoint resume library. Or if it you can specify the so this is the one condition. Another condition also you can specify, like suppose like modified date or name or something like that, we can specify that also. So that is for one rule. So similarly, I have created another rule for SQL. Like suppose if the candidate is uploading the document, which is a SQL server. Suppose the content type column, your skill is equal to SQL, then the document is moving to, I can choose a different library or the same library I'm choosing. Okay. So if I select the documents or SP SQL resumes or any library, it will be moved to the other library. Okay. So main thing is, whenever we are choosing, the content type should be available in the particular. Suppose uh, if I create one app here. Okay, suppose I'm creating SQL resumes. Okay, so if I give this library, it will not allow, because the library does not have content type. Whatever the custom content type, it is not there. So you need to activate that content type. So just go to library settings, select advanced settings, allow the content types, then the content type it will come. So I have to add the custom content type. So resume is our content type. Just now we saw. Click on OK. So it has a resume content type. Under that, this is the column I'm setting the content organizer rule. So you can see this column has choice column, actually it is. So in this column we can see like a different values here. SharePoint, SQL, ASP. So based on these value, the resume will be segregated to different libraries. Okay. So just I will go to content organizer rules once again. Now I will choose this rule, and now I will set to my destination as SQL resume and click on OK, then click OK. So now I have set the organizer rules. Now let's go to the drop off library. Suppose if I upload the document here, so it is prompting as a I think I have to go to drop off library. Sorry, not this one. So just go to the drop off library, where it is. So here it is. Okay. Just if you go here, then click on new document. So I'm just uploading the document and click on OK. Now it will saying that the document will be automatically moved to correct library and folder after the required properties are filled out. So I am setting this document to move to SQL. Okay. So the skill is SQL means click on submit. There is some error. Let's see what is this. Just refresh. So it is uploaded a few seconds ago. Power automation tool. Let's see our library whether it is created a document or not. The library name is SQL. So SQL resumes. Yeah, it moved the document here. So usually the drop-off library will delete the documents because this site has some issue with the library. But usually the document will be moved to the particular location, target location. Just now we have uploaded the document with the content type skill type is SQL means the document moved to here. Okay. Suppose SharePoint, if I select means it will go to SharePoint library. Like that, you can set a organizer rules. Okay. So that is the use of document center. Specifically, if organization is maintaining documents and different content organizer rules, then it is useful. Similarly, we have one more type also, record center. That is also similar. Just we can maintain all the secure documents like legal documents or any documents. We can place it in a record center. Okay. That is also having drop off library and routing also it will be there, basically. So usually we don't use much in record center. Only we will focus on these templates. Okay. Any questions, Sean?
No, Krishna. I'm just like following it because,
Okay.
yeah, because this is something new, and then just following it is something like copying the content from one
Hmm.
library to the other, right?
Correct. Correct. Yes. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So
Anyway, like I
this
need
this
to,
rule.
yeah, I need to follow these
Yeah.
recordings on the weekends
Okay. 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 Sure.
for the
Okay.
better understanding. So, like, yeah. Anyway, I'm following like what you are saying, but still I need to go through the videos again and again.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. So that was the mm, document center. Let's see any other templates left out. Enterprise. Okay. So these templates we haven't used. Like I mean, I have not used business intelligence center and so this we don't need to go through more. But in this enterprise search is the most important thing. Like suppose if we want to provide a separate search center for organization, then we can create an enterprise search center. So suppose let's create a search center here, and I will give this to my organization. Right? If they want to search the content, I can give this site to at the organization level. Let's create a search center. Maybe created some issue with the page. Search center. We try it in 2013 site. Some issue is there. So that's what you can do. We'll go through online site. Let's see. So I'm creating search center in online because there is some issue in the on-prem sites. So what I will do is I will go to subsites. Currently create one new subsite. Search center. Same procedure it is applicable for on-prem also. Just I'm creating a site. Publishing feature activated before publishing feature activated. So it is saying that it requires the SharePoint server publishing infrastructure feature must be activated at the site collection level. So that error indicates that you need to activate some feature if you want to use that template. So what I can do is just I will go to site setting and go to site collection features. Here we can find that feature SharePoint. So this is the feature like so this is feature is important for to use that search center. So there was SharePoint server publishing infrastructure. Just activate this.
So this feature is like a site collection feature or the subset features.
Site collection. Yeah.
Okay.
There is an issue in this. Let's try here also. Usually this feature should not activate in some organization level because some master
Is this
page
online
settings
or
are already.
is this online or on-prem?
This one is on-prem. I'm trying to do it in online because there is some issue in the on-prem sites. Okay.
Okay.
So
So the
now the
so this one currently you are sharing this one is online or on-prem? This one developer
uh,
demo
developer demo. This is online. This is
online.
online site. Yeah. So you can find out these like icons, apps, and all Office 365. You can find out online sites. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah, when you are
yeah,
switching the tabs, I'm sometimes getting confused. Okay.
yeah. So this one is activated. So let's go to site contents. So this is useful. Like suppose if we want to know like errors, like we can do practice and we come to know this. So once we activated that feature, some of the libraries already created. We can see site collection images, content structure, reusable content, site collection document, workflow tasks. So that is the feature. Now let's try to create a search site. Type office, enterprise search, and click on OK. Now it will create the site. So same procedure applicable in on premises because the error is getting that here like they are not allowing some code they have written. So it will come like this, like it will give like a search box here. Here we can enter some text. Then it will give the search results like this. Usually in online these and all it is configured like crawling and indexing by default it is coming. Okay, we no need to configure anything. So search it will be maintained by Microsoft. Okay, but we can able to customize this page. Okay, by going to editing page. So this is nothing but whatever we are seeing result type, author, modified date. This is the refinement panel. Okay, so whatever we are seeing here, so we can refine the search results here. Okay, and this is a search navigation because we can see this everything, people, conversation, videos. This is nothing but different navigations. Like suppose I want to search people, in my organization, I can select the scope. Basically, we can say this as a scopes. Scope is nothing but at the everything means at the site collection level, or people means per people. Like suppose the organization directory will be, AD will be there. So I want to check the people from AD. So I will go to the people scope. Same thing. Search results is a web part. Like these are the web parts. You can see this. If we click on this, we can edit the web part and we will get the properties. Same for search box web part and search navigation. So like that we'll get that. So here if we see the properties also, we can see just if we edit the web part. So here it is giving some search criteria and all. Based on the query, it will pull the results. It was saying that. Search is separate topic. I'll explain you like how to configure search and all. This is just to see like how the enterprise search works in SharePoint.
So basically, right now you have showed me like how to create the search site, right?
Yeah, enterprise search center. Yeah,
Enterprise search center. So basically, that enterprise search center is meant for like searching the content in that site, right?
yeah, yeah.
So is that specific to that single site or all its subsites or how does it work? So what is the scope of it?
It scopes on the based on your source. Like we create some sources. Okay, content source. Based on the source, it will pull the results. Okay. Mm, that I think I can start now and show you that how to configure search results. Okay.
Okay.
So just to see this page, like how the search results are coming, and in on-prem, what we will do is usually we have to see the search service application in central admin. As an admin, suppose you want to configure search center for the user. First thing is uh, you need to configure the search service application. So here manage service application. This is on-prem site. Like I'm showing the central admin. Manage service applications, and here we can create a search service application. Okay. So once we click on this, it will ask the application name and service account. Service account is nothing but it's a system account, we can say. This account why we use is like we will give the permission to this account to crawl the content and provide the result to the users. So this should not be in productions and all. There should be some separate search service account will be there. If we don't have also, we have to register one new account also here. Like suppose yes, in AD one account is created. That account also we can enter username and password, and the password expiration like we no need to enable this expiration. Usually the service accounts or system accounts, the password never expires because it should run always. So that is why we should not enable that. If you want to enable means you can enable then set the password reset policy also for the system accounts. Then
So this search account should have the admin privileges on the search server, right?
yeah, yeah, admin privileges. Not only admin privileges, it will give like suppose on the database side also, it will provide the I mean wherever you are creating the such service, some databases will be created. That also it has a full access to the databases also.
Okay.
So this account we need to register here, service accounts, or we can give the account here also. Select the account, and every time one application pool will be created for the service application. If we create any application, service application, like a search or user profile or metadata, management data or anything, so one application pool will be created because we need to maintain as a individual pool for the search. Okay, so once we create a search service, so it will be shown like this search service application proxy. Okay, main thing is the status should be started always. If it is stopped means what you can do is just go to application management, manage services on server. So here is the servicing part, you can see all the services. So basically what is the services is nothing but a Windows services. Suppose if I go to run services.msc, go to server, so whichever server is there, let's go to there. So every time if we create one service application, so it will be created in the central admin, but how the services are maintaining is in Windows services, services.msc. If you open, so with respect to search you can check like this. So here it is there, SharePoint search host, SharePoint server search 15. So related to the particular service, whatever service, the Windows service it will be maintained here. So main thing is sometimes search is not working means ensure that these services are running in the Windows services. Okay, and also in the central admin we need to check whether the service is running or not. Not only that, user profile services. Yeah. So every service has separate services or manage metadata. Manage metadata we can find it or not sure, but user profile service is there. So that one also there. So related to that, whatever services we have seen, here it should run. Okay, so you need to check whether any services are assigned to the particular service in SharePoint. We need to check, we need to come and check it here also. So so this is the service, so where we can check the services whether it is running or not. Come to application management, service application section, manage services on server. So here we can see what are the service running and in which server also we can see this. Just if we change the server, currently this is a standalone server, you can select a different servers also. Suppose I have searched separate server means I can choose separate server and click on OK. With respect to whatever services configured in that server, it will show here. So currently user profile service is started, and search is started, search query settings also started, manage metadata web services is started, Lotus Notes connector also stopped, we can connect also, BDC services also stopped. So like that you can check whether the status is started or. So if you want to start means just click on start, it will start the service.
So apart from start and stop, there should be also way to like pause the service and resume the service, right?
mm, no, start and stop only is there.
Because like usually on our on-prem servers 2019, actually I run
Mhm,
some PowerShell command to pause the service and resume the service, like while I install the patches, monthly patches.
mhm. Okay, okay. Mm,
I never did manually, but usually I do it by PowerShell, like pausing and resuming. So just I'm
Okay.
wondering like how can I do it manually here?
So PowerShell you are doing it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm running.
PowerShell.
Yeah.
Okay. I think maybe it is like a pausing is nothing but it will be stop only.
No,
Nothing that is nothing.
can you go to like the application management? Uh,
Hmm.
okay. And
So
can
this
you
is
go to the manage service applications? Yeah, manage service applications. In that one, like now, for example, like there is a start service, right? If you come down, there is a sorry state service. I think state service. Uh, there is some. What is the search service you use for this? Yeah. Can you click on that? Can you click on that state service? Okay, my search service. Yeah, click on that my search service. Yeah, here can you see like administrative status running.
mm, mm.
Yeah, like when you pause it, it will show it as a paused.
No, no, no. This is pause. It won't come. Like if you stop
No,
means it
right
will
now it's
stop.
running. Right now it's running. So
Mm,
when we run that PowerShell command to pause it, so it takes like 5 minutes or so. Then the service will become paused. You will see the administrative status as paused, the one which you highlighted. Now it's running. Afterwards, you will see it as a paused. Again, like after
mm,
the patch installation and everything is done, again I run another PowerShell command to resume the service. Again, you will see running. So
mm,
I don't know like how to do it manually here.
mm.
How to
Say
pause
pause.
it manually here, I don't know.
1 second. Just Google it. The pause is there.
How to pause search service here in SharePoint. Yeah, see, can you see like suspend? Yeah, suspend is nothing but like it's pausing.
Mm, mm. Okay.
There is a PowerShell for that, but I also wanted to know like how to do that manually.
Mm. Paused. Okay. So I think this is the 2019, is it? This one.
Yeah, even on 2013, I used to do the same. I mean, the same
Yeah.
command I'm using in 2019 also.
Okay. Okay. Mm, not a cost to choose.
Yeah, yes, that is the correct. That is the
This is the
command
one.
for resuming. And in the
Resume.
place of resume, if you put suspend, then it will pause. That's it. In the
Okay.
second line, there is resume, right? Instead of resume, if you put suspend, then the service will pause.
Okay. Okay. Same command with this.
Yeah,
Okay.
same command.
Get
But I
item
don't know
step.
how to do that manually from the central admin.
Central admin, I don't think. I think only in partial it is showing this. Let's check it
Yeah, because
in.
I follow all the PowerShell scripts for the whole patching process.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't do anything manually.
Okay. Yeah, I think some organization they follow that one also. Mm. Okay, good thing that you found because I don't know like if, whether we can pass it or not. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, you can also pause it. So that's the reason when you are showing that the start and stop, I was just wondering like where can I see like pause or resume?
I think only start and stop I can know, but the passing in central admin, I think. Let's check this. Where it is. Mm, mm, pause. Only properties. No. Manage. No, no. I think only PowerShell it will give that capability. I think in central
Oh,
admin we won't. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Uh, so okay, what where we are? Manage service application. So here the service is started and related to proxy also started. Just if we go here, the status is running. That's fine. And call from background, like whether any crawls run is it is nothing but it is none. So there is no crawler run. So crawl rate, like how the crawling is going, the per second, how many items are searched, recent query rate, and how many queries are performed in a minute, and default content access account. This is a search service account we can say. Content contact email address for crawls. Means some crawl is having some issue, or then it will send the notification to this email address. Proxy server for crawling and federation, this is not required. Search alert status means some alerts should be generated or not, we can enable and disable here. So query logging, so like how many queries are performing and all, we can log that. Global search center URL. Search center URL we can set it here also. Global search center. Suppose I have created one search center. That search center URL I can set here. And this is the topology. Like the what are the servers or services databases we are creating is the admin database, crawler, content processing, analytics, query processing, and indexing. So admin is nothing but whatever we are seeing this search administration page, it maintains all the configurations for this. Crawler, whenever if any site, if they are adding any content means it will gather that information based on the crawler. So it will process the content by using this content processing. Analytics just maintain the report of the search, like query logs and items and all those, and it will maintain. Query processing, how we can process the queries also, like how much time it took, and what is the logging of that and all, it will maintain here. So index partitions also we will maintain, like indexing of the document.
So it
So
shows
this is
about
the
crawling. It shows about
mm,
crawling, but what about indexing? Like, where can I see the index information? Like, how many items are indexed? How many are in queue or something like that?
the tables it will be maintained there in the database. In crawler database only, there is
Okay,
some
so we
tables
can't
it
see
will
it
be.
in the single admin.
Central admin we don't see, but we can see the logs of the items, like what are the items crawled and all we can see here. But indexing we can't see, but only the crawl items we can see that.
Okay.
Okay. Mm,
I think there is
so
something when you go to left, like I see there is on there is something like suspend and resume, like crawl. If you see like left side, yeah, pause and resume. Come down, yeah, little. Yes, yes, yes. I think that is the way
mm,
like to do it manually. I think, right?
yes, yes. Such service will pass. Okay, okay. So this is the one I think. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a way to do it manually. I think, yeah. But I never did
Yeah.
it. Just now I just noticed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think this
because
setting.
my lead actually he says like just follow, just like we it's better to run scripts instead of doing anything manually. So I'm it's 3 months
Mm,
ago, I'm just doing it manually. Sorry, I mean like through scripts. No, I don't know how to do the manually also all of those things.
okay, okay. Yeah, that also because central admin manually instead of that running script that is useful. Uh, so yeah, but these things and all like usually when we do some patching or something like that, we'll do this on.
Yeah. So when you install this search service, like when you configure this search service, we can also do
Uh,
it. We can also configure it as a shared search service for two different environments, right? For staging and dev. Common ser-
yes,
com-
we can do it.
Common search server for two different environments. We can also do because that's how like our environment is like.
Yes, yes, we can do it. We can do it.
Because what we have is like for production we have separate search servers, but whereas for
Mm-hmm.
dev and staging there are common search form.
Correct. Yeah. So using that proxy, that whatever proxy is there, right? That proxy you need to enable between the server, like such service application proxy will be there. That some configurations will do. We have to do it. I think that is in. Let's go to manage service application service of proxy and something like connect to such service proxy. So here you can connect to such having another form. See, this is the thing, like you can connect to service for applications that have been shared by another form. So once you configure in that server for this address, something it will be generated like this, the trust relationship and all. Some PowerShell commands we need to run. Okay, so that web service we need to configure here. This example they have given, right? So once we enter this, then it will be trusted between both forms. I think here some document is there. You can follow this document also. Trust relations. This is not help. Click here to add trust relations. So here you will have general settings, provide information. Yeah, I think we can maintain also another form. Mm, let's go to search service applications. So form search administration. So this is just giving the what are the search services and how much timeout, whether any timeout took out or not, and logs also it will show in. Just it is logging purpose. And this one is the crawl logs. Like this is the thing. Like we can where we can see this how many items crawled for the last 24 hours or last 7 days, last 30 days also. Whether any success or warnings or errors or top level errors, so we can see this. So important thing is in this content sources. Okay, so here whatever, whenever we are doing the search based on the content source. Say suppose I have documents and or links or views or anything, it will be crawled here. So how it means we have to, if we by default one search content source is created for SharePoint. When we create a search service application, content source will be created. So actually what is inside is, so this is the name of the content source, local SharePoint sites. So here it will give like the content source details, it will show this. So initially the source is SharePoint sites we are crawling, and we need to give the SharePoint site collection URLs. Okay, so here we can mention it. Mm, then crawl settings. So it will be crawl settings like crawl everything under hostname for each site address. So whatever hostname it starts, it will should crawl everything under the hostname, or crawl the site collection of each site start address. Means suppose I want to crawl the only the site collection which starts with the particular address, only do that crawl. Okay, then crawl schedules will be there, continuous crawl, incremental, and full crawl. Okay, so full crawl is the usually when we want to crawl from the beginning. Okay, suppose I have created a
Like
search.
crawling the whole for the whole
Sorry.
function.
Yes. So initially, whenever we are configuring search, the first time we are crawling as a full crawl. So to include all the content, then it will be full crawled. Okay. Then we can set the schedule also. Suppose if I want to run full crawl monthly once or something like that, I can also set it, or weekly or daily also we can set, like
So why do we
based on.
schedule that? Why do we schedule the full crawl on a like timely basis? So once the full crawl is done, we don't need it again, right? We only need the incremental crawl. Whenever the new content is added, only we need to crawl that new
uh,
content. We don't have to
right,
crawl again, right? Existing content.
right. But the problem is sometime like some such patches or something like that when we update. So Microsoft suggests to run the full crawls. Okay. So during that time, we have to run the
Literally
full crawl.
performing that.
Yeah. So for that one, usually we don't run a full crawl because it
It's
took
a
long
time-taking
time.
process, I think. I think like I don't know how much time it takes.
Yeah, it took more time. It depends on the content, like how much content
Right.
is there. It depends on that. It will run that. So better to avoid running the full crawls every time. Only first time whenever they are creating form and configuring the search, that time only will run. So
So what
next
is
thing
the
is,
continuous crawl? What is the difference between continuous crawl and full crawl? I don't understand.
I'm explaining that. Okay. So incremental crawl, the second one is incremental crawl. Is nothing but the content whichever is, I mean, so suppose today I have set the incremental crawl in the sense like it is addition of the whatever content is indexed. Suppose I have crawled 20 items and tomorrow some items added to my site collections. Okay, let's say suppose user added new content. Okay, let's say 20 or 50 items. So whatever crawled gathered that items again, it will start from that indexing. So I need to explain how is. Suppose, so incremental crawl is nothing but it is incrementing the uh, indexing. Okay, suppose today some 50 items indexed. Okay, indexed and stopped. Okay, so it ran for some 1 hour or like that. Okay, and tomorrow if I come, so the crawl schedule at every day runners at 12 o'clock or midnight, 1 o'clock or something like that. So suppose 100 items are gathered by the crawler. Okay, so then whatever 50 items indexed, then it will start from the 51 item. Okay, so it will start from the 51 to 100 items. So again, day after tomorrow, again it will start from 100 to 101. So it is incrementing every time. Like it will run the crawl and whatever items indexed, and then it will stop the crawl based on the schedule of the crawler. Okay. So here we can see starting time 12 daily, and so we can set the timings like 12 a.m., 12 p.m. like that. uh, Runs every day once, and daily,
That's the
weekly.
only start time. There is no end time.
There is no end time. Yeah, so it will run the crawl for particular time, and then it will stop that timer job. It depends on the timer job. It will run that. Okay. So once it runs the crawl, okay, then the incremental will be run every time. Incremental crawl should be enabled. Okay, every day it will run the crawl for some time, like 1 hour or 40 minutes. Then again it will stop, and then again tomorrow it will run the crawl. Again it will index the content. Like that it will do. So between that time, if suppose user wants to get continuous crawls, like I mean, suppose if the user added document and immediately it should be available in search results means we enable the continuous crawls. Okay, so here we can say every 4 hours we can set, or we can edit the schedule also, like every 1 hour or 2 hours we can set it, and once the runs the crawl, then the result will be immediately available instead of waiting the incremental crawl. Continuous crawl is useful, but it gives a more burden on the search servers, because every time if it is running crawl means, then the server resources and all it took
Yeah,
uh,
it's like it impacts the performance.
performance issues. Yes, correct.
So
So
the
that is a
incremental call, like if I enable the incremental call, for example, like today at some time, like I have uploaded few documents. So search may
yeah,
not be available for those documents today itself. It may be available tomorrow, like whenever the
tomorrow. Yeah,
incremental scheduling is there.
correct, correct. Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay, so that's the difference. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So that's it.
So
Uh,
if you can stop it today, that would be great, Krishna, because like
okay, okay, sure, sure. Okay,
because like
fine.
sometimes like, more than 1 hour it goes on top of my head. I can't understand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is huge, like,
I know. That's the reason like 1 hour is the ideal thing for me.
okay, okay,
And
no
also,
issues.
yeah, Krishna can also because you have sent some recordings, you have shared some recordings to me, right? So I was trying to access those. For some reason, I'm unable to access. I don't know. Are those in the Google Drive or somewhere else?
I have given in OneDrive actually.
So is it because
Uh,
for some reason I'm unable to like access those? If possible, can you put it in the Google
no,
Drive?
no, you can download it from your system. Download from your system instead of playing there. Better download it and play it.
No, I just clicked on the link which you have shared with me in my email to my Gmail, but it's
Uh-huh.
asking for the email ID. So I gave my Gmail ID. So I don't know, like it's not giving me. It says like it sent some code, like authentication code to my email, but when I see my email,
Yeah.
I don't see anything. When I check my email, I don't see anything.
Uh, no, actually, what it will do is the Microsoft authentication. It will do like suppose I have given your email address. Just it will send the OTP. Okay, OTP,
Yeah,
and
correct,
you if you enter OTP, then you will access that files.
correct. But I am not getting that OTP to my email.
Okay,
It says
because
like it has sent the like some
no,
code. Like
the number, the email which you are using is the same mobile number or a different mobile number. Because if the number is whatever you registered for that Gmail account, that that account,
it's not about the
that
mobile. It says like it has sent to my email, not the. It never says about mobile.
okay, okay,
It says about my
okay.
email. So
Let me
now, if possible, can
because
you move it to Google Drive?
Google Drive I don't have space, because I have OneDrive. Some space is there. That's why I kept here. Mm.
Because the Google Drive will be very easy to access. That's the reason.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you have any, if you can create one separate account for this
I
training.
think so. Yeah, I will do that. Okay,
Yeah, if you
I'll
can.
move that.
Yeah, if you can do it today or tomorrow, if you can put all the videos, all the training videos so far, and also the
Mm.
notes you have prepared, some notes, right?
Mm.
Document.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can put
Mm.
everything in one single place in the Google Drive. That will be very
Mm.
good for me because I'm having some issues. I thought of